Hey guys, welcome to this episode of BRiM Explains, and today we're going to be looking at wither skeletons, spawning behavior, and farming. And really the poor man's farm, not a big, expensive, elaborate farm that requires tons of resources and hours to build. We're going to be looking at something relatively simple. Now, if you're watching my Let's Play series, you kind of know that we've already got two wither skulls, but we really need a third skull so that we can. I'm really anxious to fight the wither and get my first beacon up and running. Beacons are just going to eventually we will want, I think it's 6 beacons to get every effect running at the same time within our base. But just having the first one so that we could insta mine stone will make life dramatically easier back at our base, as well as when we're doing mining. So I'm really anxious to get that set up. I really want that last skull. But I started doing research this morning on how to set up a inexpensive, a simple wither farm, and it seemed like every video had different information about where wither skeletons would spawn, how high up, how far down, how far out, and guys, I'll just flat out tell you, when I run into situations like that, the best thing that I think I can do is just do the research myself. So if you've followed my Let's Play, my main series, you will know that this is where we used to have our entrance to get to the. We found a nether fortress very quickly in our Let's Play. Our entrance to the nether was right over here, and just in exploring the very first time we came to the nether, we found a nether fortress. So this is where we have now, since then we've conditioned it some. We've got different entrances. We've got access to our blaze spawner in a different way. But this is where we used to come into this nether fortress at, right here. Now, this nether fortress just happens to have two intersections that are fairly close to each other. There's a third one over here. We're going to ignore this one altogether for the benefit of what we're going to look at today. Now, everybody did seem to agree, and the research that I did this morning seemed to agree, that starting with two intersections that are connected is probably your best bet. What I found, and what most people did have to say, was that if you'll go 9 from that intersection, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I hope you're not in the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That around an intersection, this 9, well, I guess it's actually 19 by 19. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That this 19 by 19 area space is all capable, if we were to connect the ends of this and make a big square out of it, that space is all capable of spawning wither skeletons. And the reason you want two that are relatively close to each other is that I can obviously come right here, center, and the 9 that goes out from here connects. So, oops, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. More maths, more maths. 3. So what will happen by doing this? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Is that we create, let's go look at this from the air, we create this fairly long and fairly wide pad. If we were to connect all of that, wither skeletons could spawn on all of that. Now, there was not a lot of disagreement about that. There were a couple of people, a couple of videos that said this was only 6 or 7 wide. That's not what I found to be true. And they were kind of dissenting voices to begin with. That was not the general consensus. The general consensus was that it was 9 out from the center of those. Now, there are several builds that use, if you go look on the internet, that will use the bridge pieces out here. The problem with the bridge pieces is that they do not go 9 from center out. I found that to be true in my research, and most of the videos said that too. So we want to use, and in our Let's Play, we are going to build a wither skull farming the poor man's version in our Let's Play for Minecraft in our main series. But I wanted to show you, because the research I did, the research world, this is a test world, but it's a brand new, fresh copy of our Let's Play, whereas the other one I've been hacking on for about 5 hours already. So just trying to figure out what was true and what was not true about how these things spawn. So I started 5 hours ago, probably 6 hours ago now, with this structure right here. 2 center dots going out 9 in each direction, and then we're going to connect all of that. And I want to show you, there's one other thing I'm going to look at before here. I'm going to show you why that's all important. If we come out on one of these bridges, we will see this structure, and these are fairly common. Well, we can see several right here, but and don't look down there, because I tried to shoot this video a while ago and Now how I said back in episode 1 of season 2 that Bandicam ate my video, but that was the only problem I've ever had with Bandicam, and it's never done anything like that before, never done anything since. Well, it did it again when I shot this video the first time. So I don't know what's going on with my Bandicam. I'm actually shooting this in OBS because I know that I can see the video over on my other screen. I can see that it's still recording. What happened with Bandicam is it recorded the first half, and then I just got a frozen. It was still recording audio, but it did not record the rest of the video. I just got like a screen print over the entire last half of my video. But anyway, I digress. So if we find one of these structures that's got the pillar with this structure setting on top, this is really important because if we come to the bottom of the structure, the top of the pillar, this block right here, which is at the same level as the top of the pillar, not the bottom of the structure, but the top of the pillar. This, in my research, is the bottom block that wither skeletons can spawn on, right here. Now, I think that's 5 blocks down if we were to go look up here, or maybe it's 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is the 6th block down from the floor of this thing. But I found it so much easier to just dig down in one of these, jump up here on the side, find out where the edge of it was, right there, and then just dig down until, hopefully I don't fall in lava because that would be hilarious. Dig down until I found the top of the pillar. And that's going to be important. I actually overshot it. It would be right. Okay, so see how it flares out right there? We want to be at that level right there. So obviously if we were doing this in a creative world, we would have brought some ladder or something along anyway. So right there. This level is super important because this, we will build up from this point right here. But we can use this in a non-creative situation. We can use this to begin establishing where this floor is going to be. Okay, now that we've seen that, so that's really important. We need to know where that level is, and we need to know about the 19 by 19 that's centered on an intersection. So I'm going to switch over to the world I've been working on all morning. We'll just drop out of here, go back into right here. Alright, so this is that same intersection, pair of intersections. There's the blaze spawner. Back over here is where we came in. Except that I've gone into MC Edit and removed all of the netherrack. I removed the lava. I've removed everything. And that, if we were doing that in game, doing that legitimately, it would be called conditioning the environment. And in reality, to finish conditioning this, I would also remove all this nether brick. What that does is create a situation where just about the only place for stuff to spawn, I thought, hey, something happened. Just about the only place for stuff to spawn is on my spawning pads right here. So if we take a look at this structure, we will see that I dug down in this one, right, and found this line. This is that structure that's sitting above the pillar. This would be the top of the pillar going down. Now this one did something, and you'll see that over there is true for this whole line. I don't know why. It's just the way the game generated. But here is the top of that pillar, the level that is the top of the pillar. And I put in half slab. Now this bottom row could be regular stone. It could be any block of your choice, really. But what I've done from there, from this level, you go up 2.5 blocks. So 1 block, 2 block, half block. And then you put in an upside down half slab. Now what that creates is that this half slab, the top of this half slab, is on a spawnable level, right? So this is not spawnable because there's a half slab of air on the top of it. Even if you stack half slabs up so they become a whole slab, that's spawnable. You need to be aware of that when you're using half slabs in your builds. If you're trying to prevent something from spawning by using a half slab, the half slab must be on the bottom of a block, not on the top of a block. It must have that half slab of air above it, or things can spawn on it. And I've done tests in a different test world. I know for a fact that that is true. So anyway, and you can see that it's true right here. You can see that things are spawning. So the long and short of that is we need 2.5 blocks of air right here above this pad. So we've got 1 block, 2 blocks, and a half block. And then we've got the floor for what will become the next layer up, right? So 2 blocks, 2.5 blocks of air, and a half block of floor. 2.5 blocks of air, a half block of floor, etc., etc. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 spawning pads, and this one you will see is at the bottom half of this block. So it's got a half a block of air above it. So nothing should spawn up here. Now, I think there's a place over here. Yeah, there is. There's a place over here where The first time I shot this, I came up over the top of it and freaked out because there were a couple of mobs up here, but they actually spawned over here and then walked out onto the pad. So nothing can spawn up here. It's a half slab. Now I'm shooting this in 1.7.10. 1.7.10 has been out a couple of days at this point. Yesterday maybe, Thursday maybe. It's Saturday morning where I'm at, so I think it's been out since Thursday. But anyway, what this does, the reason these are 2.5 blocks, the reason we didn't use a full block here, is this creates a situation where every mob except for the wither skeletons can move around and act normally. But wither skeletons, let's see if we can get one to spawn up here on this top pad. I'm just going to switch over. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is put this in land mode. And this is a test world, so it's okay that we got cheats on. And then I'm just going to switch it. Now, in land mode, the game doesn't stop moving, so the moment I switch to peaceful, like watch those blazes right there. The moment I switch to peaceful here, you can't see them there. Let's do that here. The moment I switch to peaceful here, even though I didn't go out of the screen, they disappear, which means when I get back to hard, I restart the spawning. Here we go. Here's what we want. So, as you will see, this one is only 2 blocks tall. This is our top spawning pad, and it's only 2 blocks tall. And the wither skeletons, their heads are in the ceiling because they are 2.5 blocks tall. But notice their head doesn't stick above the floor, but their sword tips do. It's this sword tip behavior right here that totally hoses the wither skeletons, because what happens is you can see the top of his sword is stuck up in the ceiling. His head is clear, but his sword is stuck. What this means is that, let me kill. We want you dead because you'll shoot at me. You're okay. Okay, so let me switch over to survival. Ooh, I'm about dead in survival. Nama 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 nama. Just because I can't actually get close enough that he will hit me, and if he was to hit me at that few hearts, he would kill me. Notice that I'm walking around here, and he's not even looking at me. He could care less that I'm standing here. If I move around behind him, he doesn't even track me. He cannot chase me. Let's see, I was hoping that there's one out there, but I don't think I can get close enough to him to attract his attention. Ooh, I can get close enough to attract. Cut that out! And what this means is I can kill these guys. Nope. I got a sword out of that one. I can kill these guys at my leisure. Got a sword out of that one. And not have to worry about them chasing me down and hitting me in my head. Now, what that means is I can drop on one of these spawning pads, kill all the blazes, kill all the skeletons with my bow, and then whip out my looting sword and run around killing the wither skeletons. Now, I'm going to switch back over, game mode, creative, just so that everything that's out from underneath here. Now, something interesting that I noticed today, because I'm pretty sure this has not been true in the past, is that in creative mode, in 1.7.10, if you kill a mob, they're dropping their loot, and I don't think that happened in the past. I'll check that out after I'm done shooting this video, but I don't think mobs dropped loot in the past if you killed them in creative. I mean, we are definitely in creative, but anyway, I digress again. Sorry, guys. So, this behavior, this 4-pad plus a top pad, a ceiling to keep anything from spawning up here and to trap these guys right here, means that I can come in here. Now, I will want to build walls around this so that I don't get shot from outside, so that I don't accidentally fall off, so that I can control the environment a little better. This will have walls on. I left the walls off so that you guys could see in it and see what's going on. And I may even build, no I won't. I started to say I may even build a trap where I can attract the attention of the blazes and stuff and draw them down here. But everything else that's going to spawn that's immediately hostile is going to be, yeah, this is what happened. See, he's up here. And then if he walks out here, whoop, and I come over that roof line and look at it, it's like, oh my goodness, something spawned on the half slabs. No, they didn't spawn on the half slabs. Anyway, I won't build a trap because anything that would shoot at me that would be automatically hostile is a ranged mob anyway, right? It's blazes and normal skeletons. So I'm going to have to kill them at a distance, so there's no reason to try to trap them. But I can come to a level, look and see, are there any wither skeletons? Nope, I ain't going to worry about killing anything there then. Wither skeletons? Nope. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh yeah, there's one here and there's a blaze. So I'm going to shoot the blaze with my bow, then I'm going to take care of the wither skeleton. So this, regardless of what else you found on the internet, this at this time is working, and this is 1.7.10. So I will check as soon as this is over. I've got the snapshot loaded, so I will check and make sure it is still working in the snapshot. But I anticipate that it is working. I don't think any mob spawning behavior has changed in 1.8. I think that's true. I will verify, and if it is not working, I will let you know. I'll shoot another video. But guys, this is the poor man's version of a wither skeleton farm. It traps them, it holds them still, it lets you deal with the other immediately hostile mobs, and then get your looting sword out and go to town on them. Well, I think that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you found it informative. If you have questions or comments, or I missed something, or you want to know something about this, just leave me a comment down in the bottom. And I appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day. Hey guys, be sure to click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and sub if you haven't, and check out the rest of my videos. Appreciate you spending your time with me, and have a great day.